foreign to you. It's not something that comes from outside. It's the very identity of our culture. That's the secret. If we look at the Tamil culture with their ancient languages, the language itself is 40,000 years old. The music, the spirituality, the Bharatanatyam, the temples, the architecture, the traditional, the ancient esoteric texts, all of the Sangam period, the poetry, all of these things, the culture is like a banyan tree. And that culture emerged how? Because the people, they knew where their food comes from. We had a relationship with our food, which is, body. Without a body, there is no mind. There is no culture without a body. Otherwise, you need to incarnate. I think in Upanishad, it's written something like first is Anna, then is the Mana.
There is Tamil Tirumular. He said like, Udal valarthen, Uyir valarthene. Udambal adiyin, Uyiral adivar. One who get destroyed by their body, get destroyed by their soul or by their thing. That also. So, you preserve your body. To
body
preserve
is
your
the vehicle,
soul.
yes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But so, nowadays, you see, you look at how we are living. You look at the crisis we're in. We're in a crisis on the planet, and that crisis is on every level. It's on nutritional level. There's many disease. There's diabetes, BP, the hypertension. There is cancer, obesity, and now COVID. You look at the problems that we face on a climate change, ecological level, loss of water, the forest fires, the cyclones, all of these things. You look at how that has affected people's well-being, also in COVID, psychologically, emotionally, and how that has created a fragmentation in our society. And you see that problem manifesting itself on an educational level, on an economic level. You see the problems that we have on every level. So what is the secret that I want to share with you? It's that in our very culture, the relationship with where our food comes from can make a huge impact because it undermines all the other problems. This is the fundamental thing. And if you eat the lunch today in this farm, you will understand what I'm talking about, not cerebrally, but in your mouth, as a taste, as an experience. And I think that that's a very powerful takeaway, that it's not, because you could also sit and watch some of, I don't know if you know, but I have many videos on the YouTube. You can watch some videos on YouTube, but here doesn't make the change. It has to be an experience. But that experience is not something foreign from us. It is our culture. It is a cultural identity. So when we start to understand, that local foods, they grow all around us. They grow without effort. If something grows without effort, there is no expertise to grow it. It uses less water to grow. Something that grows without effort is in abundance. You take muringakire, drumstick spinach. Muringakire enge paathalum irukke. பிச்சிக்காரவும் ராஜுவும் முருங்கைக்கீரை தான் வாங்க முடியும். ஆனால் பணக்காரன் மட்டும் தான் பீட்சா சாப்பிட முடியும். பீட்சா சாப்பிட்னா உடம்பு கெட்டு போகும். முருங்கைக்கீரை சாப்பிட்னா எவ்வளோ நல்லா இருக்கும். So basically that's just to say, if you don't know Tamil, that's drumstick spinach is a non-exclusive food. You break off the stick, you plant it, it just germinates like that. There is no expertise to grow it. You can do it, I can do it. It's a cultural knowledge. That is our cultural identity. And a beggar can eat it and a king can eat it. It's non-exclusive. But only a rich person can have the pizza. The pizza, ironically, that is, everyone wants pizza. I also like pizza. But ironically, the pizza comes at a huge cost to the society, to the ecology, to to our well-being. Because the pizza has high food miles. Wheat does not grow here. So wheat has to come from far away. Forget wheat, let's talk about potatoes. In every household, potatoes are eaten. Every household. But potatoes don't grow here either. So how they come? They come in a lorry. To build a lorry, you need to make a factory for the metals, a factory for the engines, factory for the petroleum, infrastructure for the petroleum. But there's more factories. There's the paint and the electronics and the glass and the tires. And so many factories are there for making a lorry. And all of the pollution incurred by those factories is the cost to the environment. And
here we are at Solitude Farm, taking the farm tour. The owner guy, Krishna, is telling us all about locally grown foods and how the civilization couldn't occur if the food didn't grow easily. He's about to show us a lot of beautiful foods that are growing naturally here.
One of the things that we use, now imagine we're together for 6 months and we make lots of seedlings of this, and then rain time comes, we go around the farms, and every farmer's tree where there's nothing growing underneath because there's too much shade, we plant this. And it's there everywhere. All of a sudden, how is this amazing that simple acted raw, so you can just have a little taste on the blue. Yeah, the petal. Yeah, I don't want any picture. You eat the whole thing. Yeah. So as what you do is you take those flowers, you boil them in water. Papa, I'm telling you, so you learn it, okay? You boil them in water. You need more than 2 though. You need like 20, 30 flowers. You boil it in the water, turn the gas off. Don't let it boil. Just put it in boiling water. And then you add a little lemon. The color will change from blue to violet.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, wow, it's like a Harry Potter thing, you know. And then you put little sweet, and you have it cold or hot. If you want, you put it in the freezer with a stick, and then you take it out. After it's like an ice lolly, blue ice lolly. You're like, how fun! How fun that you did it yourself. And where you grow it? On your balcony, outside your garden, or you say to your class, guys, this is going to be our class now. Teacher, you please teach us how to save the seeds, how to plant it. You teach us the medicinal value.
The land was so beautiful. It was very nice being able to walk barefoot in earth, grounding into this land which they put so much time and care and love into. The plants were amazing.
Now people, they'll say to me, Krishna, come on, look, tamarind leaf, it's so insignificant, it's such a small thing. If we're talking about food sovereignty, we have to feed more than crore kids on a lunch scheme, no? How can you talk about tamarind leaf? Now, tamarind leaf, first, is growing everywhere. It's everywhere. So it's completely non-exclusive. And if you cook it with a dal, it's a traditional dish in the south of India. It's a very nice dal, tamarind leaf dal, and it's a diabetes cure. It will reverse diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So you consider if it's on a lunch scheme for a crore plus kids, and every 2 weeks they have it, because you shouldn't give the same foods, maybe kids will get bored, you know. But every 2 weeks it's nice, they have it, they like it. There was no ecological cost to grow it. Some scheme was there, some old parties, they harvested it, some grannies harvest and bring it, and it gets used, check. The kids are well. In one generation, diabetes is over.
Krishna also holds several workshops on his farm. Here you can see in the flyer. It might be a little small, but you can check his website. There's plants all over the courtyard where they serve food at their cafe. The local varieties of the weeds and different edibles they serve up in dishes, smoothies. Here's some tamarind. And here's some butterfly pea flowers. I make tea out of these at home. I just didn't know where they come from. Krishna is so charismatic with his personality as he explains things. There's so much good information in this tour, like what different plants can cure things, like soursop, curing the cancer. Here's some like beans that they eat. There's little baby papayas growing. Aren't they so cute? They harvest the acerola cherries and have those for sale along with a bunch of other things. Snapped a pic with Krishna. Next, it was time for their thali. Look at that, all vegan. And their homemade palm juice I had with some friends at lunch. We found a nice little seating area.
And would like to learn more about permaculture through one of the workshops we offer at Solitude Farm, check the link in the description below, solitude.farm, www.solitude.farm, and sign up today. Let's do it again.
Next, it was time to head back to Serendipity. I loved riding my e-bike, especially on the off-road trails. Oh wow, look at the vegetation everywhere. So peaceful. Look at this bird. Coming up on the Auroville Free Store, we're gonna go check that out. It's a place where you can leave items that you don't need or take an item that you do need. So let's go have a look, see in there, see what we can do and see if there's anything I can also leave. It turns out the free store is just for residents at this time. And there's also the distribution center here where they do groceries and things for residents who are contributing to the community. So perhaps we can get permission to come here later or maybe next time. Up next, ecstatic dance. Hey guys, we're here at Verite Hall. We're about to do ecstatic dance. This is the outside, very beautiful. And we'll be going inside now. Which way? This way?
This way.
Through the corridor. Here we are.
There are worse things in the world.
Ooh, nice space. Beautiful. For privacy of the other members, I didn't film any group activities like ecstatic dance. It was a lot of fun. The leader of the dance also DJ'd it live, and it was kind of like free form. There wasn't a lot of instruction. I did have a good time dancing. I could tell there was a lot of people there that had never been to one or didn't know what to expect. I'd been to ecstatic dances before, so I'm familiar with like the no talking on the dance floor. They're generally sober. There's like an etiquette to try to dance with people or to accept or decline. We had a great time and then later went out for dinner. We ended up getting pizza in town, just outside of Auroville. Oh, I love my friends in India. We made such good connections at Serendipity. We took a picture at the restaurant and Usha made an Instagram post. We were all tagged. What great memories. Times I'll always remember.